Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and we're going to celebrate with Tyrique St. Patrick with Season 3 of PowerBook 2, Ghost. Stay tuned for the review of Episode 1. Hey, everybody, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of Ghost, Season 3, Episode 1, called Your Perception, Your Reality. So we're back with the gang, and we start off seeing Davis, the lawyer. He has the blue diamond that Tyrique gave to him to get some cash out of. And Davis gives the ring to some girl who has it auctioned off for so many millions. And what we see is that ring belongs to somebody else. A guy, he won the auction. He gave it to his girlfriend. He proposed to her. And when he proposed to her at night somewhere, it appears like perhaps an African gang came up. They're not in gang clothes. They're like classy gangsters. And they asked for the ring back. Who is going to just give a ring back just because you asked? Any ring, let alone a $5 million or whatever $1 million it was, right?
I agree. That was a very, very much of a reach.
That's my ring. You have no proof, no nothing, no paperwork, and just give you a ring. I don't care if it costs $2. You just don't walk up to people and ask for a ring. Anyway, of course they didn't give it to them. So she breaks out. What is that? A machete she had?
Mm-hmm.
And
some type of machete.
And she cuts the girl's fingers off, and then she gets the ring and puts it on her own hand.
And throws her arm on the ground like it's some trash.
Okay. So in the next scene, we see that Effie is being transferred to Stansfield College. Her and Tyrique have been kicking it all summer.
That is true.
And she's helping Tyrique clean out his dorm room because he got expelled from school. And I guess that's the Brandon or the Weston dorm room. They got their own dorm room at the college.
Well, Tyrique didn't get expelled. Braden got expelled.
Oh, yeah.
The Westons didn't want Tyrique
That's
to do
true.
anything with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are right. That's what I meant. Yeah. And we find this out because Braden's mother is walking in with Braden's sister into the room. It's going to be her dorm room now. And we see the next scene, we have Monet's house, and she's grieving on the couch. She's grieving all dressed up, but she's grieving on her couch over Zeke. And that's when Davis comes over and tells her, you own Dante Spears' penthouse. He had a lot of cars and planes and things like that, but she won't be getting that really because
he worked for the government.
Right. And drug money. And if they start poking around asking for those assets, they might be putting themselves in a bad way. Because then the feds will be poking around in their business. So she doesn't really care about anything. She's grieving. So she gives the penthouse to Drew and Kane. And then I couldn't believe Lorenzo. You know what he said? He didn't want that. The reason why she gave it to him, he didn't want it. What did he say?
He said, I can't live in that nigga's house.
Okay. Watch your mouth, Lorenzo. So, the boys are excited about that penthouse. So we see Braden. He's going to be working for his dad at the firm. And he will get disowned if he doesn't take this job seriously. That's what the dad said. That means something's going to happen later. But though Braden has an interesting uncle, it's very much like Braden that works there.
True.
Uncle Lucas. And he thought, Braden was a genius for course correct, but stupid for sitting up in court and saying he had anything to do with it. So it looks like that uncle or Braden has very much the uncle spirit in him. They're very much alike. Uh, they're like the misfits of the family, the screw ups. They're the screw ups of the family. So I think we're going to see a lot more of Uncle Lucas, probably saving Braden or getting involved in Braden's business. So I don't know. They have a new character that's been introduced. Kiki Travis. She works for Braden's dad.
An assistant or something, I think.
I think she's more than an assistant.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And she heard a lot about Braden, so she already is aware of Braden. And Braden's he says real things beat. He's now he's there in person, so real things beat the hype. We'll see. Looks like he was a little interested in her when he turned around and saw who Kiki was, right?
He prepped up a little bit.
Yeah. So we get back to Monet's house, and she is grieving, all dressed up, and Diana is trying to, be the good daughter and console her mother, but she's not having nothing from Diana. She blames Diana because Diana was the one who told Zeke that Monet was his real mom and he ran out. So she kind of blames Diana. And Lorenzo talks to his daughter Diana, and he tells her, you go ahead and go to Stansville. He knows she's been wanting to go to college. He's going to pay for room and board for her to go to college. So that means all the kids are out of the house that quick.
Yeah.
In one day.
Yeah, that is weird how that happened. I didn't realize it like that.
So something's going to happen with all the kids in different locations. And I don't know if Monet, she never wanted Diana to go to school. And is she going to fight that back? Put up a fight? So one thing has happened that Tyrique doesn't have his dorm room. He's been kicked out. And the Westons, the mother is not too happy with them, and he doesn't have a place to go. So he interrupts the dean's lunch with Tate. I don't know if Tate's a congressman now. I don't know.
I'm not sure on his position because of
he has some type of political affiliation. And so Tyrique interrupts their lunch. He wants to talk to the dean about getting his dorm. And the dean tells him, the students don't feel safe with you around. You're a disruption, la da 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 da. Basically, you're out of the school. And then Tate is listening to this, and he stands up. First, he had a nice conversation with the dean, and then when Tyrique comes in and tells him, or Tate overhears what's going on, he stands up for Tyrique. And he puts some bass in his voice, and he tells the dean that he better find a place for this kid to stay. You don't want no bad nudes footage on this, saying how you put
your black students at risk at a time like this.
Yeah, accusing him. There's no facts. He's never been prosecuted. And so the dean says he will do what he can do. And this is the last time. Anything else you do, you're out. So after the dean leaves, Tyrique knows he's going to have to owe Tate something. He just did all that to make himself look good in front of the dean. But people don't mean, they're not just good people doing stuff for the good of, the next person. So we see that Drew and Kane are at their penthouse. And Drew brings his boyfriend to the penthouse, and Kane's not really happy about that. And Kane has the Connect there. Or is it a connect? Yeah, the connect. It's
A
not a
new
connect.
connect.
A new connect? Yeah, he has a new connect. He has a new
A
connect there.
possible connect.
Yeah, and who brings their connect to your house? Your house is your safe spot. People shouldn't know where you live. Your connect shouldn't know where you live. You don't bring them to your house. That was dumb. You don't do that.
I guess I already knew.
Yeah, because you brought them there.
I think they would have knew already.
How would they have known?
That party they were doing.
No, why did you have a party and invite the connect there? You do that somewhere else. You don't bring those kind of people into your home.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense. You're just asking for trouble. You can't sleep well at night if the connect knows where you live. What if a bad business deal goes down? He'll come shoot it up. He knows exactly where you live. I just thought that was stupid. So, Tyrique is meeting with Bash. Bash is the guy that he had his course correct business.
Through Simon Stern.
Yeah, that's Simon Stern's husband, and Bash was the officer that created the paperwork for the business corporation. And he wants he's mad because Course Correct went to trial. It's in court records that his name is on, so he's mad that his reputation will be tarnished. So he's trying to blackmail Tyrique and get money from him. He wants cash, and he wants it in 7 days or he's going to the police. So he wasn't at his house. Where did he meet him at first? Where was that? Was he at his dorm room? Where did he see him at first?
I believe he was at Tyrique's dorm.
Was that where he went? Okay, that's where they met up. And Braden is meeting with who is he meet? Oh, yeah, Braden and Tyrique. They go over to the penthouse, and
Sneak through the garage because Kane asked.
What happened with that?
Kane said when you guys, or they said when they got there, Kane made him go to the garage.
He did? And then they were outside, and Kane mentioned Effie, and that kind of pissed off Tyrique. He's all, keep her name out your mouth. Remember that?
They were already inside when that happened.
Was it they were inside? That they were outside.
No, they were already inside.
Oh, so he's mad that he's even bringing up Effie. Was Effie wasn't okay? No. And then so they were inside because that's where the Africans came in.
After Kane said that,
Tyrique
said keep her name out your mouth, and then the lights went off, and then the Africans came in.
Yeah, the Africans came in, and they got them on their knees. Kane said something smart. The lady hit him in the face with the pistol.
That was the guy.
Oh, the guy. Okay, but he got hit in the face with the pistol, and they're over there. They got the ring back, but what do they want? They know they're at Dante's house, and she introduces herself as Dante's fiance, and he was going to give her this ring.
And she wanted to know how he died.
Well, why would she think to ask them?
Because they're in his house.
How'd they get in? There's a doorman.
Doesn't matter. They made a way in.
And they brought some girl with them. Who was Rocky? Was her name?
That was that girl that was driving that red Porsche around last season.
Oh, that's who that was. Thank you for the Rocky. Okay. And so they bring Rocky in, and Rocky is trying to she's trying to save her own life. They got her in handcuffs, and she shouts out the girl's name, Noma, and Noma shoots her. Oh my God. And so after that, the guys are talking fast. They're giving up all the beans. I'm so and so. We're gonna do this. We got the drugs here, and this is all this stuff. They talk eagerly to Noma, and they convinced her to work with them. And she needs. She asked if they can. They need all kinds of things like federal protection. Tyrique's, agreeing to it, which will be Davis.
Sacks, all those people.
All those people he got in his back pocket, and he's going to use them because this lady ain't playing, and they don't know who she is, but she's killing folks. So she tells them that you got 30 days to turn a profit or you die. So, oh yeah, she also said, whoever can find out what happened to Mecca, it'll be worth your while. So you'll get some more money. So there's an incentive to find out who killed him. And then Kane goes tell Lorenzo this. And Lorenzo, I'm not working with nobody who's working with Mecca, because he knows what's up. So Tyrique, he goes to Davis's office. They want to, because he's asking questions about that ring. Like, I gave you that ring. What's up with it? And
Tyrique goes up to Davis's office, talking about the ring, and then Davis is saying how he sold, or he gave it to someone. They took it to an auction, and then Tyrique's talking about how when he was at Kane and Drew's new penthouse, some lady came in with that ring, and he was saying how she's probably the same lady who bought it at that auction. That whoever you gave the ring to took it to.
But she didn't buy.
And while he's saying that, the Cooper Sachs is outside listening, trying to eavesdrop.
But that girl didn't buy the ring at the auction.
No. But Tyrique says she probably bought it at the auction.
Oh, Tyrique said that. Oh, okay. And then he also drops her name, Noma.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one little piece of information that Davis has on her. So I think he'll probably be looking up to see who that is.
Mm-hmm.
So now we see Diana in the next scene. She is in her new dorm room. Look how quickly that is. You can go to school the next day. You're all set up. You're in the dorm.
One of the best dorms.
In the best dorms. Because why did that lady have to share? That's your personal dorm.
Yeah.
What the incentive for? What was the incentive for Braden to be sharing his room with?
It was gonna be.
It had something to do
Braden's room. The whole room was gonna be Braden's, but then Tyrique got an opportunity to go to Stansfield for Zeke to be his.
And they were friends a little bit at their old school.
Yeah.
And Zeke was the popular guy on campus.
No.
He was Zeke was. Then
Tyrique knew Braden from his old school.
Yeah.
And Braden went to that school because it was his dad's school, and they had a huge thing on the property.
The legacy.
And then Braden said, just come into my dorm.
So Braden just offered it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, but then how would Diana get in there?
I don't know. Her dad, the Lorenzo guy, said he'll make something happen.
And some man from the street got pulled up to college. Okay, so now we see the classroom. Every year they're always in the classroom. This classroom is stacked with everybody. Tyrique and Diana are in the same class, and Effie is too, and Braden's sister is in the same class. And they got a new professor, Professor Bennett, and she picked the people to be in her class.
Mm-hmm.
And she says this is what makes up America. What makes America, America. So they bring up Zeke's death in there, and they're trying to change the narrative of what really happened to him. So the next scene, we have Braden, and he is trying to have one of his first meetings at his dad's job.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's there with Trace and some other
Trace, his brother, and some other guys, and they want him to do coke. They have a Coke vial, and they give him some. They try to give him some, and they tell him hours mixed with pressure will drive you insane. So they do drugs to alleviate the pressure. Everybody does drugs except Kiki, apparently, because she's in the room and she thinks they're dummies. She calls them out on it. And Braden's not really prepared for the meeting. He has some report that he needs to present in the meeting, but it's at his desk. So he goes to his desk and he sees Bash. Bash threatens him. I don't know how Bash got in, found his desk. Here, with the threat.
Weston's son's desk. No,
did you sign in here? I mean, come on. So I guess he's made Braden feel that he has to get this money to him, and I don't know why he's so nervous about this dude. Did he say he'll turn him into? But anyway, so now the Bash has put the threat on
Tyrique and
Braden as well. They both have it. So the next scene, we see Effie walking down the street, and Kane's trying to holler at her from the car. So he wants to work with her, and he's like kind of telling her, I kept your secret about Lauren, and that's something that she hasn't told. He doesn't know. Huh. Interesting. So something's going to come of that. And then also Davis is talking to somebody about getting his brother out, Theo Rollins. Hepatitis. He has hepatitis C and something else. I don't think it's C. I think it was D and something else, something bad. And they give him 6 months to 1 year to live. All of a sudden, the guy, he can't do anything for him, but he thought of a medical trial. Oh, maybe he can be on this medical trial. And there's hopeful results for the medical trial. And Davis is threatening him. You do everything possible to get him on the medical trial. So that's a possible life-saving drug, or you get a placebo, which is a sugar pill. So what do you think are the odds that he's going to go on this medical trial, be a part of the medical trial, and get this life-saving pill, and he no longer has hepatitis, whatever, and he's cured, and he's going to be on the streets soon in this season? They're just setting it up that way. So he'll be another character in the show. So Cooper Stacks is still seeing the DA, and he gets a call from Davis, and Davis is yelling at him. He wants to know the status of the Rollins appeal, and he also asked him something else while he was on the call. He wants to know who currently owns Dante Spears' penthouse. And the girlfriend, she's kind of perked up because she kind of hears something about that. And so she's leaving. He's trying to make her his girlfriend or user or whatever. And he wants her to stay over. She's leaving. And he asks for a favor. Can you tell me who's currently living in Dante's house? I don't know why he can't find that out. And she feels like she's...
Was that what he said, or was it, who do you have patrolling it?
Or yeah, who you have patrolling it.
That's what I think it was.
Okay, maybe that. But also who owns it, I think. But yeah, maybe she's going to find out who's patrolling it. And then...
later in the episode, she finds out who it is.
Yeah. In the next scene, Braden and Kane get together. He's asking Kane to kill... Bash. Wait a minute. He asked for Kane to meet him. It was urgent at night. And then he asked for him to kill him. And I guess he told him what Bash has on him. And Kane's calling Braden all kinds of nicknames. Silver Spoon, the White Steve Urkel.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Kane is always up for killing somebody. He don't have no problem doing it. So this is where we have Tyrique at Bash's house. And he's trying to get some new business corporation papers done up. He says he has an investor from overseas. He needs some way to help clean the money that he's going to make. And he's trying to sell this pitch to Bash, and he needs some sweat equity from Bash. Meanwhile, Braden is downstairs him and Kane are going to come upstairs to the apartment, and Braden had asked Kane to kill Bash, and he has a gun, but he puts the gun in Braden's hand. But it was so quick how at first he just talked him into it. He just, that's what we're doing tonight. No thought out plan. Then we go back and we see Bash and Tyrique back in the apartment. And it was so quick how mad Tyrique got at Bash.
It was like instant.
Yeah, because you know what? Because that didn't make any sense because Tyrique has always been really level-headed. He doesn't react fast. And now you got him reacting fast. The man mentions his father. You're just like your father. And that just sent him over that quickly. That was terrible writing.
Yeah, it was like
It was like they were speeding it up. He don't do that's out of character. You sped up everything. It went by so fast. And then, so he grabs a knife and he stabs the guy.
In almost no time.
No, quickly.
Like a second.
We've never seen this behavior from Tyrique. It was so unbelievable. What? I think if Courtney was here still writing this show, this wouldn't have happened. It would have been more thought out.
I don't know.
It seemed like, what are we watching here? It went by so fast, and it was so bad. And he's calmly just standing over the body when Kane and Brandon happen to walk in.
Right after.
Ready to kill him. And they see him doing it. And he's, you know what? And Tyrique didn't move. He didn't try to hide. He's standing there. That could have been anybody at the door.
And how would they have played it with Kane and Braden going in there to kill him? That loud.
Yeah,
they just bust in there all loud.
Yeah, did you have the key to the apartment? You just opened the door? Nothing made sense. And why don't you just let Braden kill him? Then he'll have a death on his hands. Everybody else has death on his hand, and he doesn't.
Well, Lauren.
He didn't.
But not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Why does Tyrique got to kill somebody else?
Yeah.
The whole thing, that whole scene made me go,
Yeah.
Y'all really falling off with that.
It did, yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
It was it threw everything that led up to this point, like, to the curb. It was like,
first of all, the Africans don't make sense. Tyrique killing this dude doesn't make sense. And in the next scene, a little shaky as well, the DA and that Sax's girlfriend and that Puerto Rican...
The Kevin guy?
No, the lady cop, the lady detective. I can't remember her name. And she comes in...
Like Blanca or something.
Something.
I don't know.
And she's trying to get information and give information. She tells them that Whitman was at... They found Whitman...
At the penthouse of Mecca.
Yeah, I guess surveying it or whatever. And then she also told the girlfriend that Tyrique was there the night of the murder.
Mm-hmm.
That was news to the DA.
Mm-hmm.
And was it the DA says that I have... No, it was the police lady. Who has the CI?
That's Sax's girlfriend.
Oh, Sax's girlfriend has a CI embedded in the Tejada family.
Which is Lauren.
Oh.
But she's...
Wait a minute. Okay, let's keep going. So they talk about they want to charge Tejada's and Tyrique RICO charges.
Mm-hmm.
That's serious. And honestly, if they had a half a brain, they could do it.
It would have been done.
It would have been done. Right, right. They're going to join their local and is it local and federal task force?
I don't know.
But they're going to get a task force together.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's local and state task force. I think that's what it was. But he said she can get one together like it was nothing. So, okay, she wants to get these murderers off the street.
Little do they know, they just killed Bash.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the next thing we see Tate bumping into the teacher. Boy, he got a connection with all the teachers. He had a connection with the last teacher that hung herself.
I mean, not really.
What was her name?
Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. And now this girl, he's with his girlfriend or somebody who, if you're a politician's wife, why? And she was dressed so skimpy.
Yeah.
Very skimpy, not classy at all. Like she's going to the hip hop awards. You're not going to, political dinner dressed like that. Somebody who's doing this. So her name was her Angela Dave? Dave's whatever his girlfriend is. So we see that Diana has organized, she gets to the college and she's running things. She's organized a ceremony. It's like a memorial.
Yeah, for Zeke.
For Zeke, and they're going to hang his jersey in the rafters. They're going to retire it. And at the memorial, the TA in her class was trying to holler at her at her brother's memorial, her brother cousin.
Mm-hmm. Her brother cousin.
She's like, which is it? It's a long story. Yeah. But the state tried to holler at her at a memorial.
He didn't know.
Oh, man, you knew it was a relative.
I mean, how did he know? How would he know?
I thought he knew. I just didn't think he knew it was. Did he say he did? I thought he knew it was a cousin. Okay, so they got recording artist Little Mo. She's singing "How to Say Goodbye" at the memorial. And it's so upsetting that Monet has to leave the area and go to
run off to some room.
Yeah. As they're hanging the jersey, she just abruptly leaves. She can't handle it. Then they have a montage of Zeke and when his time spent at the school. Tyrique spoke. It was really nice.
Lorenzo didn't clap. He was the only one not clapping.
Yeah, when Tyrique says, there's this killer put a bullet to the back of his head. What a coward. And then somebody shouts out, "You did it!" I don't know what makes you think he did it.
That's just like that's them. I don't know. I think that's them just being like, because they were saying how they're trying to push how everyone doesn't like Tyrique and they feel unsafe.
Yeah.
So I think that's them, like the writers trying to show.
Because I don't see how there's no proof that Tyrique was there, but you say he did it. Huh. Maybe because he thought he brought the drugs on the campus and his killing was drug related.
And someone else died on campus earlier in the
season. Yeah. And so Tyrique goes and he sees Monet and he excuses himself from Lauren and he goes and talks to Monet and Monet trusts Tyrique. She was with him when she killed Dante, so she trusts him, but she don't trust her kids. I guess she doesn't trust Diana because she told her secret, but the boy had a right to know who his mother was. And Kane, I don't know about Kane, but you don't trust Drew?
I think, Drew doesn't trust her, I think.
Well, that's true. So, the next... Oh, and then, I don't know, Lorenzo sees them talking, but he doesn't know what they're talking about. Cause
I think he knows that he doesn't like Tyrique.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that Monet said, "Help me find the killer." Lorenzo says he's doing it, but he doesn't know.
Obviously, he's
nothing.
not.
He's not. Nothing's turned up yet. But I don't think he heard that. I don't think he heard that. He just saw them talking from what I could see.
The door was closed. You couldn't hear a thing.
So the DA, Sax's girlfriend, she's talking to Whitman. She's questioning him. And she told him, I guess she has authority over him. He's a police officer, investigator, and she's a DA. And she says, you're not authorized to investigate this. And so he was trying to say that his involvement is with Carrie because he brought Carrie in and Carrie, was killed and he feels bad about that.
But then she says that was a suicide.
Yeah.
To make him mad.
So the Africans are back and they are giving the kids Mecca's product, which is like a warehouse full of drugs.
Yeah, a lot.
And then Kane's like, yeah, we can handle it like it's nothing.
That was Tyrique.
That wasn't Tyrique. Wasn't that Kane? That was Kane.
I thought Tyrique said, oh, yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and then the African says, another thing I hate about Americans, they're overconfident. So the kids are going to have to sell all the drugs. Even pulled in Effie. She's there. She's witnessing all the drugs. So the last scene, we see the DA, Sax's girlfriend. She's going to a house. Somebody's letting her in the house. Looks like it's like a safe house. And she walks in, and there's somebody looking out the window in the short reddish color bob wig. And I thought she was going to go see Tasha. And then the person turns around, and it's Lauren. Lauren's not dead. Lauren wants to know how long she has to stay there and pretend like she's dead. Oh my God. It's going to hit the fan with that. Can you imagine all the mouths drop? Effie, Braden, Tyrique,
Kane.
Mouths will drop when they see I remember last season when she said Diana. Oh my God. Their mouths are going to drop. Effie doesn't even know what to make of it, I'm sure. So that was the end of the episode. There's a lot of weird stuff. It moved really fast, like they're trying to hurry up and sew up loose ends. It went a little bit too fast for an hour. Some things didn't make sense, like the Africans. I think we could do without them altogether. Someone should have just thought of something just put a little more thought into this.
I think something's going to happen with the Africans and the dudes that were at that party.
Yeah, maybe. They'll probably go off and do business together, or somebody's going to get killed. We always got to have a killing, like Bash. Bash is the first kill of the season.
Who's the last?
Okay, well, that is it for now. We thank you for stopping by. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it, but we got to go because what?
We got living to do.
Bye.